with the timetabling process?
It needs changes.
What else is new?
So that used to be the most dreaded part of the timetabling. So that's what I'm trying to outsource the department itself. Do make your own timetable.
Yeah, I mean, actually, Ajit, on a serious note, if you can, as a timetable committee, write that we need separate timetable committees in schools, across schools, this whole university growing and growing, and the same timetable across. I mean, we'll follow the same times, like, time slots, but like, I think one can think about this, because humanities, there's some conversation on about restructuring even the credit requirements and things like that. Anyway, so that can go, I feel.
Well, the thing is that we are offering UWEs and minors across disciplines. So we have to be able to accommodate that. Unless you move back away from the choice-based system back to the old system, then of course, fine. Each department.
No, I'm saying that we keep the basic rubric the same. Of course, like 9 to 9:30, 10:30, whatever, 1.5 hour, 90-minute classes, tutorials, and all of that. CCCs say the same time. But within that, to centrally organize the whole timetable, I don't know. But anyway, it's a different thing. But we'll
I have one question. You see, earlier, the thing is, yes, it's true. We've the student strength has quadrupled, across the years. Earlier, when we had clear slots, for UWEs, CCCs, and stuff like that, it seemed easier. But obviously, even then, we had a few hassles. So we used to adjust our timings, maybe half an hour this side, 45 minutes that way. But in the last 2 years, it doesn't seem to be working. We seem to be going like, from morning to night.
Yeah.
Is it possible to go back to the thing that, say, your core classes are morning hours and UWEs and CCCs are afternoons and perhaps evenings?
Well,
the evenings will have to be done away with when we get back to campus. But,
that's not going to be possible right now because, if we get back to campus, we'll get back with reduced classroom strengths, and therefore we need the extended hours.
In any case, right?
That provides. If and when we are able to utilize our full classroom strength in offline mode, then
that's
no. But what we have been doing in last semester, last semester and last to last semester as well, is that we do keep 1 or 2 slots free, in which any UWs can be placed if nothing else is working.
No, I was saying if we first of all decide the core slots, then the UWs and CCCs can fit into the vacant areas.
Core for whom? I mean, core.
That's what I don't know. That's what I don't know.
Core for me might be elective for math.
Yeah, it will not work. It will not work that way. All our cores are UWEs, for example, in humanities.
Yeah. No, all our courses are UWEs for us too.
The software requires very minimal information from us. That each department should tell the software that what all courses they are offering. Then in a separate somewhere in a form, it requires information that for each course, who all students are supposed to be taking those courses.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when it's done, it's do all kind of optimization to match the requirement of as many students as possible.
Anyway, Ajit, I think you go ahead and run through it, and then we'll come back if there are any questions.
All right.
Shall we turn off our videos so you'll get more bandwidth?
If it is hurting, if it's slowing things down, then you may. Otherwise, leave it. It's fine.
There have been some connectivity issues today, but yeah, it looks like it's okay.
Oh, I typed the wrong address. So far you already had the power to make changes in the timetable. It's just that I did not never told you. Actually, and it's also been a learning experience for me as well. So let's say so far I've been admin. So let's say I become Amber Habib, okay, and I do have now access to only maths department timetable, the maths department data. Okay, so usual cycle should be all familiar to you that in the input data instructional offering, we list all the courses that we have to do, list out, right? Any questions here in the
No.
instructional offering?
No, that was clear enough.
That
Go ahead.
should be fine, right? That's we have been practicing a lot. Then the other piece of the other side of the information is curricula. That curricula tells us for maths department what all courses you should be doing. Apart in the curriculum, let me just go through some additional stuff that I've added. So for each course, these numbers tells us that, for example, MAT 422. MAT 422, 50%, 50%, 100% here means that 50% of second years will most likely take this course, and 50% of the third years are expected to be enrolled in this, and 100% of fourth years are expected to take this course 422. Okay, so this 100% means that either it's compulsory for MAT 422, or at least timetable wise it should be available to fourth years. So in curriculum में किसी को कोई question?
No, that's fine. Thank you.
If you go revisit your curriculum, you will see that some apart from what you have entered, I have added this 4 dummy courses. Okay, so there is this ADM stands for administration. That's some dummy department. Okay, and I've added in BRK 000. So please don't modify that. So that is the Thursday 12 to 2 slots. That should be free. So it's a dummy course. It's anchored at Thursday 12 to 2. And it should be showing in all department, all curriculum. Okay, and another one is CCC 000. That's again a dummy course, and this is an anchor course that is added in a curriculum for all the departments. And what I will later do is for any CCC course that is being offered by any other department, that will be constrained to be in the exactly same slot as CCC 000. Okay. So every student will be free in this particular whatever slot this CCC 000 will be placed in.
What is that slot though, timing wise, CCC?
That will be found. That will be calculated by the software. As of now, I think I've only constrained the CCC to be in the afternoons. I think I put in one after 1 and around till anything before 6.
But does that mean that all CCC courses have to be in that slot, in that time slot?
Yes.
And how many hours are there then?
CCCs are all 1.5 hours, no?
No, so there's only one CCC slot then. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's 5 into 5, no? 5 days of 5 days or 5 hours every afternoon.
As of now, I have created only one CCC slot. If there is a need or there is a recommendation, I can create more.
No, but will that suffice for the entire university? For all the students in the thing? So as Ashwin was saying, is it 1.5 hours every day, 1.5 hours 6 days a week?
No, this CCC 000 is a dummy course which will meet for 3 hours. So 1.5 hour times 2. Okay. So it is. I don't know what time slot that the software will give, but
okay. So it's 1.5 hours times 2. Okay, thanks.
So it could be like, I think it was for last semester. It was Monday, Wednesday at 3:30 to 5.
Right. Fine. Yeah.
Okay. And for every department, I have added these two dummy courses: UWE 000, UWE 002. This is again a dummy course, and it's actually a free slot that every students will be free in whatever slot this UWE 000 and UW02 gets placed in. So that if there is some department want to change their course to a wider audience, they can put it in the whatever slot this UWE 000 or UW02 gets. Okay. Is it making sense?
But we still don't know what those slots are, right?
That will be after the timetable is published. So
okay. So
after the timetable is published, then you talk to students, or you want to find a new slot that works. So manual changes ke liye later.
Right.
So we look in the curriculum and we find out what those slots have emerged as.
हाँ, जैसे for example अभी
when you run the timetable, those slots get generated.
हाँ, currently मैं भी दिखा देता हूँ कहाँ है.
So where do I look is what I was asking.
So in the timetable, it just looks for ADM.
So could you explain why those two slots are there, two UWE slots? I mean, what is the possible contingency that they will cover?
No, it is that if you want to schedule a course which you want to be open as a UWE for everyone, then you can schedule it during that time. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, basically a free slot. It's a free slot for now.
Yeah, but free means that it's not that we are supposed to keep it free, that the departments are supposed to keep it free like the PRK 000. It's not like that. It's a different kind of free.
That's correct.
But so this will be for the whole institute, right?
No,
for example,
you see this. For example, see this UW is अभी जो latest जो publish किया होगा timetable, उसमें UW 002 is on Monday, Wednesday, 5 to 6:30, right?
Okay.
So this means that I have not placed any other course in this slot.
Okay. Yeah, if it's after 5, there's no problem, I guess. Otherwise, it seems to be a waste of 2 slots. Otherwise, it's fine. I mean, it's after 5, there's no problem at all.
Generally, अगर आपने preference दे रखा होगा morning में other courses का, तो this will get pushed in the evening slots.
So technically, from a department, whatever course we have as a UWE, we can put it in this slot manually. Is that what it is?
Later you may request that I will want to put my courses in the slot. So, and most likely it will be fine for all students.
Okay.
Okay, but this every time we run the software, this thing will keep floating from here and there.
Yeah, so don't rely on that that it is going to be 5 to 6:30. Right now it is, but.
But I think I put in a constraint that these slots should be in the afternoon or in the evening, not in the morning.
Okay.
So these are the two UWEs, no, Ajit?
Sorry?
000 and 002. These are the two. Yeah.
These are some sort of free slots.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, तो ये भी कुछ खास नया है नहीं. I think you are familiar with curriculum. Okay, so suppose I make some changes in my I see the timetable. I make some preferences that all of a sudden I found out that some course was missing in the curriculum. I forgot to mention that my students are supposed to take some physics course. I'll edit this. Okay, I will not do it now. इसको delete ही कर देते हैं because ये है नहीं हमारे पास अभी. Okay, and I want to regenerate just the math timetable. Okay, I don't want to disturb all the others timetable. So what I will do is go to courses. अब जो भी डेटा था वो इनपुट डेटा में जाता है, ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे हम आएंगे अब टाइम टेबलिंग में. You should have access to this. So apart from input data, there is course timetabling. Course timetabling, if you go to the save timetables, this is showing all the timetables that have been generated so far. Okay, and you will see there is something called committed. So committed का इस software के language में meaning है कि ये this version of the timetable is what's visible to the public. That's what's visible on the timetable website to anybody who is checking out the timetable.snu. Fine. So if I want to start from here, I will click here. Okay, that it selects that. Okay, so selects means, so there is in the website we have basically two chunks. One is the database of all the information, and another is the timetable generator engine algorithm. So when I've selected this particular, again let me deselect that. So once I've selected this basically means that I'm loading this particular timetable to begin with. Whatever changes I want to make, I want to start from here.
Why do the other two show? What is their significance?
They're just saved timetables in the.
Okay, so previous version which you might have saved and then just delete.
Right.
Okay, so in case you want to go back to that. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so I will start from here, and I'll again go back to courses.
What are all those warnings?
Ignore that.
No, warnings are self-explanatory. So whatever somebody has made a class sociology 117, class limit was 30. But when all the different departments made their curriculum, they said I want to enroll in SOC 117. So it added all the students from all different curriculum, and it's calculated saying that you're saying that 47 students are supposed to be enrolling in SOC 117, but it has capacity 30. But it's fine.
These are not students who have actually registered for the course, right?
No, so they're just showing interest. That's all.
Okay.
So this does not affect the timetable.
Okay, showing interest as per the information entered by the UGS.
Correct.
No, by the student himself, they plan their course curriculum. No, they plan their courses. So they say wish list. They have that wish list. So it harvests it from there. I think.
If that information was collected and used, then yes. But students as such have not had access to this timetable as yet.
Just to add to your question, basically the access to this is only to all of us. Student will be able to see the timetable only through ERP.
Right.
नहीं, स्टूडेंट चाहे तो देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे, क्योंकि इसका जो टाइमटेबल है वो तो पब्लिक है.
As of now, we are not giving them access. They register on the ERP. So we have to basically enter this timetable on the ERP, and there the registration happens.
हाँ, लेकिन ऐसा भी आप चाहो तो कर सकते हो कि आप स्टूडेंट को दिखा नहीं आ रहा है, नहीं तो छोड़ो, क्यों कंफ्यूज करना उनको. Once again. So let's suppose I am Ambar Habib. I am the timetable manager for maths department. So I have added some new extra information. I have made some suppose I have made some changes in the timing preferences of different instructors. Okay, so I want to with this new input, I want to make new timetable. Okay, so generally don't want to disturb too much things. So you will start with save timetables, courses timetabling, save timetable. Okay, Generally, I would want to start with the what is committed. Committed, that means that is what is available to everybody to see. So that's where my starting point would be. So once I've selected that, I will go back to, there is something called solver. So solver is the algorithm which generates new timetable. Okay, so there are some there are terms that we have to be familiar with. There is a load and compute and start. So it needs a bit of a trial and error to get around. So there is something called load and start. So load means अभी हमने जब सेलेक्ट किया यहाँ पे जाके, तो जो सेलेक्ट किया वो था कि पुराना टाइम टेबल, ठीक है. Here load means आप load the all the input from all the courses offering from all department, all the curriculum from all departments. So that load all that information. Okay, and start mean hoga ki with the save timetable at the current point, and with all the updated information, you start generating the new timetable. Is it making sense?
Yeah.
All right. So let me just go over all these options. Now, what you would be wanting to do is either code default is fine, or we can do Wobegon example. I believe this Wobegon is some university somewhere. Is it? Do you know anybody? Does anybody?
Wobegon is a nice word. Ram Bharose chal raha hu.
So the developer of this software have given this example, that is this parameter works for this particular university, so that works. Okay, now solver mode. So this you need to be careful here. Okay, so solver mode initial means, and there is initial and MPP. So initial means that with that new information, updated constraints, do you want to start a fresh timetable? That's what initial means. Okay, that is, I will start as make fresh. MPP means MP stands for minimal perturbation. The second P I don't exactly remember kya hota hai. Okay, so if you guys are doing it, you should always be into the MPP mode. You don't want to start fresh because a lot of people will get pissed off. Okay. Then it is when finished, this is saying कि अब जब timetable बन गया है, उसका save करना है, पुराने वाले में save करना है, save as new करना है, okay, and save and unload वो बाद में समझाएंगे अगर जरूरत पड़ेगी तो. ठीक है, so generally I'll say save as new. What was this? Toon.
Sonia Khatarpal has raised a hand.
Acha, Sonia, I cannot hear. I cannot see the Google Meet screen. So simply go speak up. Sorry?
It was done by mistake.
Acha.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right. I don't know what this load committed assignment means. So मैंने कभी उसको छेड़ा नहीं है, तो जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी मेरे ख्याल से. Student course demands. Student, I generally.
Hi, Ajit. Before you proceed, does everybody have access to the solver option in the timetable?
Only to your department courses.
Yeah, so I'm trying to look for it, and I don't have access to the solver mode.
You are?
Anubhuti Maurya.
Okay.
History.
Hang on. Let's become Anubhuti. Anubhuti, again, I will try to let me complete this section. Then I'll come back to you. Okay.
Ajit, one quick question. If you come back to when finished, if you say no action, once you review it, do you have a save option?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be safer to work with?
There is.
Then that should be the safest option to work with, no? Rather than save as new.
Save as new does not mean overwriting also. It's just saving the data.
Yeah, because it could be confusing to have multiple timetables that you do.
So there is save as new does not means get published.
Okay.
It is just there in your database.
You already had 3 of them showing, right? Only one was committed. So
correct. So the interaction with interaction of maths with other department courses will be through that committed timetable.
Okay, go on.
Okay, for example, if eco is generating a new timetable and it wants to check if the students are clashing with maths, it will check with the my committed timetable.
Okay.
So this unload refers to the previously saved timetable is unloaded, or if you say save and unload, that means that.
I think I'm still not sure about this.
I
think it means unloading the input data from the software.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm never really confident on what does this do.
Okay, so basically it's the save and save as new, the save as new as when you're trying it out.
Yeah.
So does each department get to commit its timetable?
Yeah, that's what we are moving towards.
Okay, and when I generate a timetable, it takes a currently committed timetables of all the other departments. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's up to you whether you want to start with the currently committed one or you can want to start fresh. Okay, but it will check. For example, it's Gotham, right?
Yeah.
So, for example, suppose English students are enrolled in a few math courses. Okay. So, and maths has already committed its timetable. Okay. So, for example, suppose some students are enrolled in MAT 103. Then those particulars then you will not be able to place any English course in those MAT 103 slots.
Okay, so basically it's taking into account the currently committed version of the other departments, right?
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
So you will only be able to put your slots in the remaining thing.
Got it.
The remaining slots and remaining rooms.
But this was when you started with a committed timetable, right? If you started with any of the other random timetables, you could be doing anything, or
you could be doing anything in your department, but other department are still committed. Have a committed version.
Okay.
Yeah, Ajit, I just wanted to point out the solver mode has gone to MPP. It needs to go back to initial.
Because I want to keep MPP.
Yeah.
So MPP stands for minimal perturbation.
Okay.
So once many people have seen the timetable, you want to do minimal changes from where you are.
Okay, right.
This is my boy. Otherwise, the department, many people are unhappy with the current thing. Then you may want to change the mode
to
I
initial.
think Shubhra has a question.
So like Anubhuti, economics department also does not have the access to the solver option. It's only showing the option of deselect.
Okay, we'll check those.
Shubhra, I think I've not given you the option for just.
So I am accessing through Trishita's account for now. I was assuming she has the access.
Let's just go ahead and check that. Anubhuti.
No, Shubhra. Shubhra is accessing Trishita's account.
Trishita, you should check Trishita.
Yeah, you're right. And Trishita ka bhi dekhte hain. Sorry, Trishita. Last name is Barman.
Yeah.
Trishita. Hold on. Let me fix that quickly.
And somebody else had that problem too, right?
Yeah, Anubhuti.
All the settings seems to be right here. Others, Gautam, can you see? Are you able to see the
Yeah,
timetable?
I could access Solver and MPP.
Yeah, even I have both.
Yes, Ajit, I can. Yes.
Trishita, and let me check Anubhuti ka. अनुभूति का तो ऐसे उसका रॉन्ग सॉल्वर चला गया है. नहीं, you're in history, right?
Yes.
Anubhuti, I think you should be able to see, but Trishita can.
Ajit, we all have to design our timetables now. Is it? That's what you're training us?
No, you don't have to. If you need to make changes. Otherwise, the whatever is default now will go.
Okay.
Trishita, give me Shubhra, give me some time to like figure out what's happening.
Sure.
We'll see. Anubhuti, are you able to see this?
Yes, now I can.
Solver.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to go and again select. Okay, so अब मैं save timetables हमने select कर लिया फिर से in courses course timetabling solver. Okay, again you can see the recording कि आपको all the time you should be on the solver configuration. I will use Obegon example. Solver mode MPP means minimal perturbation from the current state. Okay, and I choose generally save as new. Okay, and delete only if necessary. Okay, and again here student course demands, this is where it reads this is saying the load the curriculum. So generally I would pick curriculum course demands in the student course demands, and I will pick compute. Okay, so this is the model I work with. It might also work with others, but I've not gotten time to try others. So this is the what works for us for now. Take a minute. Okay, then load means load the updated timetable, updated input data. Okay, so input, if you have changed your if you have deleted some course, updated the curriculum, added some new preference, load all that information in the solver. Okay, and you should do that till the फिर से एक start button नहीं आता है यहाँ पे. So refresh. Okay, then what you have is this start button. Okay, so वो हो रहा है तो वो अब फिर इसके बाद वो ये अपना पूरा ऑप्टिमाइजेशन साइकिल यहाँ से चल रहा है जो चलेगा आधा घंटा तक. यहाँ जब 1% है ना तो ये पूरा जब तक 100% नहीं होता तो वो पूरा चलता रहेगा.
So can we concurrently be running each department? And
yes, you can. You can be running while you're. So let me see if I can find a commit button. हाँ, so जब वो पूरा optimization cycle खत्म हो जाएगा, you'll say that the best timetable that you found, it is showing here 52 in the math department, there are 52 labs, classes, tutorials, and labs, and it is able to find slot for all of them. And there are some other things that it is showing that it is not able to meet some of the soft constraints, and here are the some different kind of sorries for those. Okay. तो उसमें अगर आपको पढ़ना है तो there's always this documentation from here. बहुत कुछ समझ आता नहीं है वैसे. So this is the main thing that it matters to us. In math department, there are 52 classes that needs to be scheduled, and it is able to schedule with 52 all of them, meeting all the hard constraint. कि 100% में जिनको enroll होना है वो सारे enroll हो पा रहे हैं. जो भी prohibited था वो कहीं भी नहीं है. जो भी चीज required थी वो सारा meet हो गया है. वो सारा इसमें है. Okay, and this one is saying save as new and commit. And save and commit means obviously कि आप पुराने पे save करो और उसको publish करो. So save means saving in my database, and commit means publishing. Okay, and again, what other departments will be able to see is your committed version, not your saved version. Okay, so I will not actually don't want to do that.
So if you say save as new and commit, then what is visible is the new one, but the old one is also there as a thing. It's not been deleted.
So for example, I will say save as new.
No, save as new, fine, but it's not committed. But if you say save as new and commit.
Save as new is committed means published.
It's published, but the old one is also there somewhere as a backup or whatever that you can go back to. Right?
That's good. That's correct.
Okay.
So if I've just saved a new version. So if I go to the course timetabling, save timetables. I've seen another version is has there. Okay, but the committed one is still the last, the second last version.
So if you want to commit the new version, then you have to first uncommit the old one, or just this thing on top of it, you just say commit.
You don't have to commit the uncommit. Just just say whatever version you want, commit it, and that should be fine.
Okay.
Okay, and you can do it for any old version, and it will commit provided there is no conflict with the other departments.
Okay.
One, I think I should once show once. Why don't you guys take a couple of minutes and just run through the cycle again? I will show you another thing that you before committing before committing. Before committing, you can ask it to produce a table, and that table will show you that what all changes have happened in the minimal perturbation that you wanted to do. So I'll give you a few minutes to walk through this cycle and ask me if you have any question.
There is one question. Like say, my computer science students are doing some course with electronics department.
Sonia, your voice is very less.
Hello.
No, you're not audible at all.
Okay. Hello.
Ajit,
Let Sonia finish it.
Hello. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
So my question is, say if my computer science students are doing some course of electronics department, say digital electronics, and if I rerun my timetable, like timetable of computer science department, so it will impact or affect the timetable, like because my students are doing that course, so whether it will affect the timetable of electronics department as well or not.
थोड़ा आवाज कट रहा है, but I think I got the question.
Okay.
So your students are enrolled in economics department.
Electronics से digital electronics. They're doing
Electronics department. तो electronics का department का timetable तो fix है.
okay. So it won't impact, no, then.
हाँ, electronics के department का timetable fix है. करिकुलम में पहले से इंफॉर्मेशन गई हुई है कि ये स्टूडेंट को वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के कोर्सेज करने हैं.
Okay.
तो जब आप रीजनरेट करोगे तो ये इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम में है कि उनको इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के कोर्सेज करने हैं, तो आपके जो कॉन्फ्लिक्टिंग है वो उन स्लॉट्स में और उस रूम में ना डालें.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Vimlesh, you.
Okay, Ajit, I have a question. Can I ask?
Shruti, you want to say something?
Shruti, is there a new question?
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't have the solver rights on my thing. Ajit, could you please check that?
Hold on. अच्छा, हाँ, आपका सॉल्वर तो अनुभूति को चला गया था शायद.
अच्छा.
Hold on. Subhashish, hold on. Let me just fix that. Yeah, Shruti, I should be able to see solver again in your thing. Yeah, Subhashish, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, so before I run the solver, so the changes I want, for example, I want one particular course from a Saturday to a Thursday, like Saturday is not required. So that's the only change I want. So I should input that data first, like the way we normally start input before we make the timetable, right? Or what? Or then run it? For example, right now we want changes, right? So I want to say two changes I want. Yeah.
If you want to make only one change and you're confident that will not affect. Hold on. If you're confident that is conflict free, then there is a better way actually. कि आप manually उसको drag and drop करके उस slot में डाल दो.
Okay, how to do? Yeah, so actually I just from the published timetable from yesterday, I just want 3 changes ideally, but 2 compulsory. Third we can do without. So just 2 small changes I want. How's the best way to go about it?
I will show you that, but it's too early to do that.
Oh, okay. Because it'll change again, is it?
It will change because still people are trying. There might create some unnecessary constraints, so we might have to run it again. So good question. So Subhashish, so if overall everybody is satisfied in your department and you just want to move one slot from like 3:30 to 1 o'clock and you know everything is fine, then you don't need to run the solver again. You can just do a drag and drop, but I will show that sometime later. Okay.
So then why do we run the solver to why do I want to change now? So this, what has been published is already committed, right? It's already saved and committed.
Yeah.
Right? Now, why do I want to run the change? Because I want to change is why I would want to run it, right? If I want just small changes, then should I run the whole thing again, or is that advisable or not advisable?
Depends. If it's final and everything, you want to. If that course affects many other course.
Not for sociology, it does not.
Then you don't need to do it early. You can just do it when everything is posted in ERP. You can request to make changes there only.
Okay, I'll speak to you. Okay, you just show us this then, how to do the small changes maybe, because
I guess another way to ask a question is, do you need to run the solver always in order before you commit a new timetable? Can you commit without running the solver?
I think you can. You can. So
I mean,
if you
if
just
you don't predict something else, right?
if you just want to make a couple of changes, okay, and you know exactly where those classes needs to be, then you're not because basically the solver will override many of those things.
Exactly. Yeah.
For example, I have said previously that I don't want morning class, but later I realized that okay, morning is fine if nothing works out. Then you can override those hard constraints manually. Okay, and put it in the committed version so that that slot becomes free.
It's a little strange because one of the only hard constraints I had put was no Saturday classes. But one of our instructors got a Saturday class. I mean, I've taken Saturday classes before, so I was wondering, like, hard constraint is the red, remember, like prohibited. That's the only prohibited I had put. Like that's, but I don't know how it ran still. Anyway, I guess that's the software's demand.
Okay, Ajit, this drag and drop is there in the personal schedule, right? You see the boxes.
We'll come to work. We'll come to manual changes here. For now, let's just everybody give. I was given minutes to run over the solver.
Oh, okay.
See the cycle. What all you need to you click and all. So let me do that again. Then
do you mind repeating just the steps for the solver just one time without us disturbing, so that in 2 minutes we get it?
Sure. I'll do it again.
Also, just one question. I'm running the solver. It's still only 38%. Is that normal?
Yeah, it generally takes half an hour to complete.
Okay.
That's why I'm outsourcing all this to you. Every change requires a lot of time to see the effect.
It doesn't seem to make a difference whether you're doing it for the entire university or just doing it for a department, right? It's still taking. I'm doing this thing and example for the entire thing, and it's still 41% complete. So
yeah, generally it runs for about half an hour regardless of the size.
Okay.
The optimizer must have found a stable solution, but I think that there's no stopping criteria before that.
Yeah, it says solution found, but trying to improve it.
Yeah. Okay, once again, I'm assuming that all the preferences have been updated. I will go to my save timetables, courses, curriculum, course timetabling, save timetables. Okay. And let's say again, want to start with the committed one. So committed one is what's visible. You can start with anywhere you want. Okay, then I will go back to solver, courses, course timetabling, solver. Okay. In the solver configuration, default also works. Obegon example, I prefer that way, but for no good reason. Solver mode, if I'm starting fresh timetable, it's either initial. If you don't want to make too many changes, go MPP. When finished, so once the 100% is reached, what do you want to do? Save as new, or save and unload. My preference is always save as new. Nothing wrong with more data. Okay. Student course demands. Here I will always say curriculum course demands. That means look at the information that is posted in the curricular section. Okay. And here committed students conflict. Hard to explain, but I will always use compute. Okay, so owner means MAT solver means the part of the solver, part of the timetable software which is assigned, which is just looking at the math department. Okay, so with all this information, load means load the fresh course offerings, curriculum, and all. Okay, and you after you do load, you have to do a refresh to see everything. There is to see a start button. Okay, so blah blah blah. If in the middle this reload input the data again means if you have changed some the courses offerings, instructors and all, you want to do this. This student sectioning is not, I think, relevant for us. Let's do start again. So start. So it starts making the timetable with the new thing, with all the new updates. Okay, and you want to keep refreshing it till this 1% becomes 100%, and by that 100%, the only thing that I should be worried about is have all the classes have found their slot or not. Okay, so it's supposed to meet all the hard constraints, Subhashim. So if it's missing out one of those hard constraints, I think we should take a look. Generally, it is some human mistakes only.
So the thing which says here the hard 335, that means hard 335 hard constraints are being broken or are being satisfied.
Where?
Student conflicts. Student conflicts 616, 335 hard conflicts. That means that there are 335 hard conflicts, right, which are appearing, which are not being satisfied, right?
I think it's that I used to be scary thing, but I think it's not time constrained. It all the software also looks into the walking time from one classroom to another.
That's a hard constraint. Okay.
So it has never been zero in the last 1.5 years that we have been using. Its number has generally been high, but there has not been any complaints that we have not been able to take any compulsory courses.
Okay, so people are generally putting in hard constraints which are not really hard.
No.
Or it's a default configuration.
This number, non-zero number, it does not really translate into hard constraint being broken. I don't know what this hard means actually.
Gotcha.
Okay, so once it has reached 100%, or you just stop it, you will get a save and new commit button, and that's what you publish. Okay, so I was saying that before publishing, you should be able to see the changes you have made. Okay, and you see that. Any questions here? Again?
Ajit, in this we have to say start instead of load, yes?
Yes, load means load the updated course offering, curriculum, timing preferences.
Okay.
In the timetable generator. Start means start the timetable generator with that updated information.
But if you already started with a previously committed timetable, those should already be loaded, right?
No, it does not.
So you have to load again.
There's two information that you load. You load the information, what all courses that you're meeting, and the current timetable that you're loading is your starting point of the timetable.
Okay, so you have to do load first and then start.
We're basically loading two things: loading the old timetable and loading the updated information, and then start. Okay. So suppose I ran the software, okay, and I suppose it reached 100%. Then you can go and see the changes that you have made before committing. Then in the course timetabling, there is something called this assigned classes.
If I stop in between, like while this is running, so it will automatically take the previous one, is it?
No, it doesn't.
It depends what you have said, right? If you have said save, then it would have saved it.
It's an optimizer, so it tracks what is the best timetable it found. It's still there it's there in the memory. So this version is still there in its memory. Okay, either you can save it or save it and commit it. So if you stop in between before 100% is reached, whatever it was able to find, it is still there. So you can do a save.
Okay.
Okay, and let's see what all changes have been made in this generation. So you go to courses, timetabling, and assign class. Okay, I just want to see. I'm not sure if it would take over. Give me a second. Oh yeah, sorry, not changes in the courses, course timetabling changes. Okay, and then it will ask changes from where. Generally, want to start with the initial solution, and that is your committed solution. Okay, and you have some try it also different mode. Okay, so it is showing that while you were running this particular version of the timetable, I have made changes in MAT 103. It went from Saturday 10 to 11. Sorry, MAT TUT 5. It went from Saturday 10 to 11 to some new time Saturday 2 to 3. Maybe I think from room D120 to D0222 and some other courses. So if you are fine with this thing, then you can go back and do the committing. Otherwise, you keep redoing the whole thing. So to see changes, you have to go courses, course timetabling, and changes, and use the default. There it is. Okay, and if you're fine with this, you go back to course timetabling solver, and whatever the current version was there, it's still there. Your commit button is still there, save button is still there. You can do that.
So that unassigned courses are the courses that it was not been able to slot. Is that what it is? I mean, like right now you have your 52 out of 52, so the unassigned should be 0, right?
Yeah. All classes are assigned.
Okay.
Any questions? So from now, I mean, you can try out if the timetabling from the whatever version that is published now, and you want to make changes, you can do that. I think the question was still the question remains that if you only want to make one change, right?
Maximum 2 changes, small changes, or 2 or 3, not more than that. Like, yeah, changes that you know are possible.
Okay. So abhi tak koi question before I show that if I just want to change one core time slot of just one particular tutorial from like 5:30 to 6:30, and I know that everything is fine, then you can also gives you the option for doing that. But I would request people to not to make their own timetable for now. छोड़ दें वो अभी?
बताइए दीजिए.
हम नहीं बनाते, confusion ना हो जाए. I was afraid, you don't know, like students are joining here and there, and then it's get affected.
But I mean, since you're doing this exercise, you might as well see how that is done.
This is how the COVID virus got created.
It's worth learning, but what trying, that's a question.
Okay.
Because if otherwise, I mean, say 95% of the timetable is fine, and if I run the solver, it will just give me a new version of the entire timetable. That may create more confusion than what it is right now, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because, yeah.
Because the reason I'm hesitating to do that, because if the manual tweaking completely overrides the hard constraints. So, for example, right now the hard constraint is you cannot put in your classes in Thursday, 12 to 2. But if you see manual tweakings, if you start going into manual tweakings, then you will be freely able to put in your classes anywhere you want without caring about whether that class is meeting any constraint, whether this class is conflicting with the other courses that is being scheduled in that slot.
So, but basically, what we need to keep in mind are compulsory courses that say all students will do. So, for example, English 104 is a compulsory course for all humanities students, and I can see the timetable. I know that time. So,
So let me show you. Let me show you. Hold on. Okay, so let me start fresh. Let me so it's once you see this course time and course timetabling save timetables. Every time you click on this, you have to again deselect it. To get a clean screen. Doesn't matter too much what kya hai. So for example, you want to start from the last committed version. So I will click on that. Okay, and you might have noticed this particular button, configure interactive load. Fine. Hold on. So अब जब इंटरैक्टिव लोड करते हैं तो वो एक इंटरैक्टिव मोड में चला जाता है. So you'll have to be a little patient here because I don't use this option too much. Okay, so go to course timetabling, save timetables, and assign classes. Let's see if it is this. Okay, so for example, in the course timetabling assign classes, if I go, it will list out all the courses from math department and their different timings. So for example, MAT 020 is assigned Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 to 12 a.m. in this particular room, and Sahasar is teaching it. Okay, so you want to modify that. So I think the process is you click here. Okay, and if you want to make changes, you simply select the slot. So right now it is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 o'clock, and in this particular room, then it is showing that for that size room, which all other rooms are available. Okay, and what are the other slots? So I can just simply go and click on this room. So it will either show a warning that selected placement is not available. And if placing anything anywhere, are you guys with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this if I want to put in a Monday, Wednesday, Friday 9 slot. So then if I click on that, it will give me some information that, okay, if you do that changes, what are the repercussions are possible. So right now it is saying that that room is not available in that 016. It was 016, right? So you do a hit and trial of many different rooms till all this warning signs go away. Right now it is showing that I have selected what room AB012 is not available for in the slot due to EED 305 selected in that room. Okay, so let's go back. So once you do that, once from here, I can just click here. If everything is fine, a button of assign will come here. Let's see why is that. नहीं आ रहा है
016 में क्लियर था आई थिंक
016 तो है ही ना उसका
नहीं 012 था ना
016 में ही रखते हैं वो उसका ओरिजिनल है उसका ओरिजिनल टाइम है दिस
हाँ
ठीक है बस रूम चेंज करने की कोशिश करते हैं फॉर एग्जांपल 016 से लेके
okay
but again the whole process is here only.
It's all busy, yeah.
Okay.
So if everything is that the changes you're proposing is conflict free, then there's a button of assign will come here. Okay, so once you click on that, then basically that is the commit.
So the conflict is just the internal conflict according to your constraints of your department, or
no,
it is university wide.
University wide.
Yeah, you can
It's
say that it's
university-wide, I
conflicting with
think,
EED and things like that.
So it conflict could be the conflict with the other courses of that those students enrolled in that. Conflict could be the if you're changing time and same room, that same room is not available in a different time.
okay, I'm not able to select this because it's so when I try to go to courses and assign classes, it's showing no classes assigned because it's saying showing an in-memory solution for SOC solver. Is that still running? How do I deselect that or something? Do I have to do something like that?
Go to courses, course timetabling, same timetables.
Did you start with your committed timetable?
I did.
So I went to courses, save timetable, and then
for every row in the save timetable that you select, there will be a deselect button.
Well, I can't see. I can only see. I didn't press anything. I didn't save as the new save as. I didn't run it. So
if I have not selected anything, then nothing will show up here.
I mean, you have to start from some timetable.
Oh yeah, I think it's showing the committed version.
Right.
It's still showing an in-memory solution for SOC solver. Can you? I don't know how.
वो यहाँ पे आ रहा होगा ना यहाँ पे ऊपर में.
Yeah, exactly. Upar, it's coming on top.
So what you will do is courses, course timetabling, save timetables.
Yeah.
There will be once you have selected this, यहाँ पे कहीं नीचे इस रो के पूरा ऊपर एक deselect बटन होगा.
I did that. I did deselect right now, and I logged out. I did deselect, and then to do manual changes, I can go to courses, course timetabling, assign classes. Correct?
That's correct.
And I go to SOC and I do search. It's still showing no assigned classes, and it's still showing an in-memory solution for SOC solver. I don't know.
Let's log in as you. Subhash is right.
Subhashim, yeah.
Subhash. Did you click on this?
Yes, I did. See, yeah, that's what it shows.
Did you run the solver, Ravi?
No, I did not actually.
Wow, it says minus 64.
Trust us. Okay.
It's possible that you ran the software and you did not ran it all the way till 100% or somewhere in between.
Did I run it all the way till 100%? I hope not. Then everything would have changed.
जैसे यहाँ पे आएगा ना जैसे
No, it won't have changed unless you committed it.
Right.
Yeah, you must have committed it. Hold on.
You can see the time and date, right? Can I just go back to what was earlier in case I did something by mistake?
Everything is saved.
Earlier one, right? Not like what I did just now, I suppose.
It's fine. So I think you can just. चलो देख लेंगे कोई बात नहीं बाकी लोग की ओर
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Ajit,
Yeah.
regarding the triple C courses, you said the slot will be 1.5 hour. Is it for all, or is it like we have to set it up? Like I have set it up for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's coming 2 to 3 for one, and for other it is coming Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 11 to 12. So it's instead of 1.5 hour, it's 3 days now. So
That's not generally my call. That's called at Rajiv's level and Amber's level कि भाई कितने slot रखने हैं CCC के.
okay. तो अभी हमें कुछ नहीं चेंज करना ना, we can leave.
नहीं generally so CCC slots के एक ही CCC के एक ही slot बनते हैं 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
Ajit,
Okay.
this is Subhajit.
Yeah, Subhajit.
Yeah, so I have one question. Like, there is one course on Friday, but the instructor has said he does not want any course on Friday. So I had put that a constraint, but still the class is on Friday.
ठीक है वो देख लेंगे वो individual. I think कभी कुछ है ऐसे बीच में that if you don't do it in a proper way, then something down the string overrides the previous constraints.
Okay, because I remember that I put that constraint, the red.
I believe you. There are some permutation combination of constraints which overrides some hard constraints. I'm aware of that. So we'll take a look at that.
Okay, thank you.
Ajit, question on 6 p.m. classes and classes after 5 p.m. What is the advisory on that? Because right now I just ran it and the solver gave me 2 courses which are after 5 p.m. Should we allow that, or would you want to put a hard constraint for across the institute?
Again, it cannot be my call. It's up to you, I guess, or maybe at the dean's level.
Okay.
If there are no prohibition, you can be anytime you want.
Okay.
I think when we started Sukumar, there was discussion that students don't get to have some sports time in the evening, so wrap it up as early as possible.
Yeah, there was this thing. But right now, what sports? Students are not on campus.
Yeah,
PUBG.
Keep it in Sunday and nobody cares actually.
Yeah, PUBG.
I think it's probably advisable to spread out as much possible so that lesser continuous online meetings. No?
Yeah. But the only thing is if the faculty has difficulty, if they don't have their own car or something to return. That's the only difficulty. Otherwise, it's fine.
Yeah, but again, I don't think it's my call to tell you where will you take your classes.
Ajit, regarding the timetable now, this one is finalized. Like, can we circulate and take a vote, or like how should we go ahead?
It's right now that's what it is. If you want to leave it final, that's fine.
So, it's good to circulate within the department to take the vote also.
Yeah. Hold on. Bimlesh, it's totally up to you. If you want to leave it here, don't want to make only few changes. If you want to circulate among departments and then make changes, it's all your call.
Okay. Yes. Thanks.
Yes, Shubhra.
So I can see that it says in my timetable as eco solver, but I cannot see an option for accessing the solver. So,
So
yeah.
let's wrap up the meeting, and I'll stay around for more questions if anybody wants. Okay. So guys, if you don't have any question for now, then we can leave. I'm always available to help out if you just give me a call. Okay.
Ajit, can I just write and take a time from you any day?
So I'm available. I'm sticking around for questions. I don't want it to hold everybody for.
Yeah, sure.
Ajit, just one last query before I leave the meeting is like the faculty can see this timetable on their own, likewise earlier time.
Yes, it's available on.
Okay, so I will request accordingly. Okay, thanks.
So in case changes are not made, then is this the final timetable or it will change now?
If you don't say, then there won't be any change.
Okay.
Again, Ajit, two quick questions. One is, when is the last date till which we can make changes?
Is Rajiv around?
No, he left the meeting.
It's until it is published in ERP, I think.
So generally that should be around 2 weeks before classes starts.
Okay, so let's say 4th or 5th of August.
4th or 5th of August. So I think you have about 3-4 days to make changes.
Okay. Then one more thing is, mine is a very simple thing. What has happened is the tutorial has been slotted before the lecture on the same day, Saturday. So I just need to flip the two.
Yeah, so those things should be left to manual tweaking at the end. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So I don't need to make any because it's the same. It's the same duration in any case. So
because you don't have any set of students who will be enrolling, right? It's a completely wide range of students coming.
Yeah, it's open to everybody. So it's not.
It's the same duration and the same class size. Then you can just call the tutorial as lecture and the lecture.
That's what I used to do before. So it's not a big deal. So I just want to clarify. Okay, right.
All right.
Ajit, so just again to ask the same question, but so can we assume that if I have committed something for English, then that will be the final timetable as far as English is concerned, right? I can commit something today, and whenever you look at it few days from now, you are going to see my last committed version. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless some major screw up from any department comes first into picture, that they forgot to add many English courses in their curriculum.
But even so, it will not change the English timings, right? Our department timings will be exactly as.
So for example, math courses. For example, I forgot to add many English courses that math students are supposed to take. Then I will do that in my curriculum and run the math solver. And hopefully, if it's able to find a timetable without touching yours, that should be the preferable one. But it's possible that it might not. But the chances are very less, I think.
But
Yeah,
in that
because of
in that case, anyway, you will contact the English department before changing that timetable,
I
right?
should definitely.
yeah, because that will violate the integrity of the I mean, the whole point of the commit is that whoever has
Yeah.
committed first gets to
Agree.
decide. Yeah.
Agree. Totally
Okay.
agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Okay, guys,
Okay.
play around with this. Let me know if you have any question.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Tata. Thanks a lot. Thanks a
Have a
lot.
great
Thanks
day.
a lot.
Have a great day.
Ajit, can I just write to you and take some time from you for tomorrow just to make those 2 small changes? That's all I need to do in my timetable. Otherwise, it's fine. The whole timetable is fine, actually.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll write an email to you to take time from you for tomorrow. Yeah, just to kind of go through this.
Okay. That's fine.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye, guys. Shruti, you still here?
Yeah, Ajit, the same thing. Just 2 or 3 changes that we have to make in our timetable. So can I get in touch with you with that?
हाँ ठीक है, चलो let's wait for ना बाकी ताकि जो मेजर चेंजेस हैं उसका हो जाए, उसके बाद मैनुअल कर लेंगे.
अच्छा, क्योंकि मैं वैसे ही क्योंकि मैनुअल वाला वो जो आपने अभी बताया था, the one with assigned classes वाला ऑप्शन, उसमें when I'm clicking, for instance, if I just take mine, I am just being led to the usual the page which allows us to edit classes and all that, not the option that you had shown us right now on the screen, जिसमें हम शिफ्ट कर सकते हैं मैनुअली. वो वाला ऑप्शन, वो वाला पेज नहीं आ रहा है.
देख लेंगे इस इंटरफेस पे ना मैं भी कॉन्फिडेंट हूं नहीं थोड़ा. गिव मी सम टाइम टू प्ले अराउंड.
Okay, fine. All right, then I'll write to you and then you can let me know.
We'll meet again for I think to do practice that there should be another session, so let's wait for 3-4 days for that.
All right, okay, thank you so much, Ajit. Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Professor Ajit, good evening. Jagmeet this side.
Hey,
I think I'll get back to you later once I'll start working towards it, and that I'll get back to you with a lot of questions.
Sure.
Only one thing, like one of the course like FSC 102, which is shared with the ENF students, right? Economics and BMS students. In that, I have made there will be 3 sections: L1, L2, and L3. I remember that I made it L3 section should go to Professor Ankur only, and that will be only open as an UWE. Rest 2 sections will be like to Professor Ashish Bhattacharya and Professor Raghupati, and they will be not open as an UWE.
Actually ना मैं I remember looking through BMS वो courses में मुझे तो मैं रात में कर रहा था तो I was not able to could not verify with you, तो मैंने कुछ override कर दिया था.
So okay, so we can work around it. I mean, I'll give you a call and then we can work around it.
Let's do that.
And after the finding, like timetable is published, so I spoke to Zia sir also regarding. I think he's here right now. So I told like generally for BMS we have to make a lot of changes in later once the timetable is also published, because a lot of visiting faculties are there. So I generally do a manual changes in ERP only. Is that fine or should I do it from here?
यहीं का आपको इंटरफेस दिख जाएगा ना कि भाई जो आप चेंज कर रहे हो वो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जनरेट कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा, तो कर सकते हो यहीं पे.
ओके,
या तो आप कभी भी कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो. ये एक और लेयर आपको थोड़ा सा सेफ्टी मिल जाता है यहाँ पे.
फाइन सर, I'll start working towards it. Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
हेलो अजीत,
मधुर,
कैसे हो?
बढ़िया आप बताइए. मंदिर सुना है बन गया आपके यहाँ?
हाँ, ये ऐसे ही करते रहते हैं, क्या करेंगे मंदिर का. कोरोना सबको नहीं छोड़ेगा. अच्छा, मेरा
कहाँ से आवाज आ रही है? खिड़की से देखिए तो मंदिर बन गया. मेरी खिड़की से आपका मंदिर है ना वहाँ पे?
हाँ, आपकी साइड भी बना हुआ जो डीजल टैंक के पास में.
हाँ.
मेरा जो है पता नहीं, मैं क्लियर हो कि नहीं हो। पहली चीज तो ये कि सपोज जैसे आप कह रहे थे समवन मिस द कोर्स, उसका जो करिकुलम है, जैसे कि सपोज करिए कि मैंने सीएससी का कोर्स अपने स्टूडेंट को करवाना है, कोर्स मिस कर दिया मैंने ऐड करना। अब मैं उसको ऐड कर रहा हूँ और इस तरह का टाइम टेबलिंग एक्सरसाइज कर रहा हूँ, तो वो फिर वो सीएससी वालों का टाइम टेबल चेंज नहीं कर देगा वो?
नहीं करेगा। वो देखेगा कि अच्छा वो कहाँ सीएससी का टाइम टेबल कहाँ पे है, उसको उसके अराउंड आपका टाइम टेबल बनेगा।
और फिर हमारे स्टूडेंट का टाइम टेबल भी ऊपर से नया बन के आएगा।
हाँ, क्योंकि आपके इन्फॉर्मेशन अपडेट हुआ है ना, सीएससी का इन्फॉर्मेशन थोड़ी अपडेट हुआ है।
अच्छा, अगर सीएससी वाले अपना उस कोर्स को चेंज करेंगे तो फिर हमारे स्टूडेंट का टाइम टेबल नया बनेगा।
आप मान लो सीएससी का कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन है, टाइम टेबल बना हुआ है, ठीक है, वो कमिटेड है, आप उसके अराउंड आपने बनाया, फिर आपने कमिट कर दिया, अब उसके बाद सीएससी फिर से चेंज कर रहा है, तो फिर आपका वाला देखेगा वो।
तो कब तक चलता रहेगा प्रोसीजर? वही तो मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, क्योंकि आपने उसको एकदम से ओपन एंडेड कर दिया, मींस डिसेंट्रलाइज कर दिया, तो इस तरह के तो ये मतलब गोले के अंदर गोला चलता ही रहेगा, तो एक इनफाइनाइट लूप चला जाएगा।
नहीं तो जो जिसने पहले एक्सरसाइज कर लिया उसका उसका टाइम टेबल लॉक इन हो गया है, उसका बाकी जो है उसके अराउंड बनेगा।
तो फाइनली वट एवर टाइम टेबल वी हैव राइट नाउ, तो अभी कुछ करने की जरूरत थोड़ी है उसमें, अगर वो ठीक लगता है तो।
अगर वो ठीक लगता है तो आपका वो लॉक्ड है।
लॉक्ड है ना?
कोई और चेंज नहीं करेगा आपका।
पॉसिबली आई हैव नॉट मिस्ड एनी कोर्स, वो तो है ही नहीं इश्यू, बट पॉसिबल यही है कि बैक टू बैक क्लासेस का ऑप्शन देखना है, बैक टू बैक किसी फैकल्टी का ना हो बस।
हाँ, तो अगर वो भी है तो आप विद इन आप अपना ही चेंज कर सकते हैं, और आपको किसी और को टच नहीं करोगे फिर।
ओके ओके, ठीक है।
ऑलराइट,
राइट, थैंक यू।
ओके, चला जाए। बाय जिया।
बाय।
बाय शुभ्रा।
Bye. And what? How will we resolve my query? I am still not clear on that.
You're not able to see
I'm not the
info.
solver. Like I only have one change probably. So I just want to know because you know what I did? I logged out of the browser and I came and I logged in again, hoping I will be able to see it. मेरा सिर्फ चैलेंज ये आ रहा है कि मुझे दिख रहा है जो आप बोल रहे हैं, जैसे मैं कोर्सेज में गई, कोर्स टाइम टेबलिंग में I can only see save timetables and one more option. When I go in that, and I go, I mean, in the top it says owner is EcoSolver, right?
Would you mind sharing your screen and talking?
Sure, no, I'll do that. Just are you able to see my screen now?
Yeah.
Right. So I went to courses, I went to course timetabling, I went to save timetables. It opens up, it says EcoSolver hai owner. So, but जब मैं नीचे आती हूँ, like you can see, I can just see one option of deselect.
And you're logged in as?
Trishita Burman.
ऊपर जाना। थोड़ा जूम इन करना। The department should just a second. Let me once again look at the back. Subra, I'll have to get back to you on this. I'm not able to figure out exactly क्या हो रहा है.
Okay, sure, no worries.
Give me घर जाकर देखता हूँ थोड़ा.
Sure. ठीक है.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Bye. You too.
Okay, bye Ajit.
Bye.
मैं सबकी सुन रहा था बैठे हुआ. अभी लगता तो नहीं कि सबकी समझ में आ गया और वो लोग कर पाएंगे.
नहीं, ये तो थोड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग है भी, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं.
तो ठीक है, आप जो बेसिक वर्जन दोगे बस वही है, फिर आपसे ही रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि करो, चेंज करो.
2-3 भी लोग अगर सीख गए तो फिर उनको डिफर कर सकते हैं ना कि चलो एसएनएस का तुम देख लो, एसएचएस का तुम देख लो टाइप्स.
पर वो एक पॉइंट जो है ना कि जिसने पहले अपना फ्रीज कर लिया, बाकी उसके अराउंड करेंगे तो वो कोई मतलब बहुत ज्यादा हेल्पफुल रहेगा नहीं ना लोगों के लिए.
नहीं होता तो ये ऐसे भी यही है ना, जो काम मैंने उनको दिया है भाई मैं भी वही करता था. जैसे कोई इकोनॉमिक्स वाला बोलेगा चेंज करो, तो मैं बेसिकली इकोनॉमिक्स का एज ए लॉगिन त्रिशिता बर्मन बन के ही काम करता था. तो जो काम मैं कर रहा हूँ वो करेंगे.
मतलब अगर आपको 10 लोग एक साथ रिक्वेस्ट भेजते हैं तो फिर आप कहाँ से स्टार्ट करोगे?
मैं एक एक डिपार्टमेंट का एक एक करके करूंगा.
अच्छा, फिर बाकी जिसका नहीं हुआ उसको सॉरी बोल दो.
नहीं हो जाता क्योंकि इतना सारा परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन में हर कोई बैठ ही जाता है.
तो ये क्या लगता है कब तक फाइनलाइज हो जाएगा?
चेंज तो आपको है कि भाई अच्छा इस टाइम तक जो हो गया वो हो गया, उसको फाइनल बोल देंगे. तो टाइम अगर छोड़ देंगे तो लोग तो करते रहेंगे हमेशा चेंज.
क्योंकि हमें फिर ईआरपी का प्रोसेस शुरू करना है ना. तो अभी कोई वर्जन जनरेट किया है?
लेट्स गिव देम कि टाइम टेबल बाय द एंड ऑफ दिस वीक ये तुम्हारा डेडलाइन है. क्यों?
तो अभी आपने कोई वर्जन जनरेट किया है?
हाँ करा हुआ है, एक है.
वो शेयर तो किया नहीं ना अभी लोगों के साथ? शेयर्ड है. तो उसमें किसी का कमेंट आया कि दे वांट टू चेंज और समथिंग लाइक?
मैंने यही तो कहा है कि जो चेंजेस हैं मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ कैसे करना है, खुद से कर लेना.
चलो तो फिर आप दे दो, एक डेडलाइन दे दो फ्राइडे या सैटरडे तक की.
हाँ इस वीक के एंड तक दे देते हैं.
दे दो, फिर मंडे से या ट्यूसडे से हम टाइम टेबल डालना शुरू करें.
ठीक है चलो.
ठीक है, चलिए आप ही कर देना है डेडलाइन वाला काम भी राजीव.
हाँ मैं कर दूंगा.
मैं छोड़ूंगा. ठीक है, ओके, थैंक यू, बाय.
चलो